welcome to Serenity's blog. I am Auddilliah Rennie.
And I am Stella Aihi.
This video will mainly stress on mental health issues, which has negative impacts in different aspects of students' lives, such as reducing the way they feel about life, their academic performance, physical health and satisfaction with their university experience, and this is according to UNICEF 2022. Today, I urge you all to join me on this insightful journey and hear what Divine Word University's guidance counselor, Brother Francis Hoff, has to say about mental health issues in general.
The main role is one-to-one counselling. That'd be the main work we do, but there are many other aspects to our role as well. For example, part-time teaching is part of our role related to counselling. So we might help the physiotherapy students in Year 4 to prepare for their practicum by upskilling them. Crucial in that sense of students see us as ways of trying to assist them in doing better what they can. We are available 5 days a week, and we can be available other times too to help students, because we know students are on campus for whoever comes, for whoever wishes for help. Generally, males tend to hold back with problems and challenges, and they either think they can solve them themselves or with the use of alcohol or other supports. But eventually that runs out and they can't rely on those, and then they do come for help. So I'd say generally, while women may tend to look for support earlier and quicker, the numbers would be probably university students. The range of problems is huge. It runs from financial to family issues and problems, relationships, self-esteem, stress, depression, the inability to study, anger and anger management. It might even mean not having a computer and trying to deal with that, or it might be loneliness, and most people experience that too. In many cases there could be trauma, but with trauma it's a lot harder for people to raise that, and it takes a lot of courage to deal with it. So really the range is as range as the number of students at the university. One is that students might come along and make an appointment to get support, but then they don't come, which you wonder whether they think they've dealt with it, or whether making an appointment helps them solve it too. That'd be one. Another one would be that I think some students might think it's easy to solve a problem quickly, but if a problem's been there for a while, it won't be solved. They'd be some of the challenges.
I hope you have learned something new from Brother Francis. Now let us hear and instill a few of his advice that he is willing to give us.
So I'd encourage students to create a balance in their lives, to study, but also to take breaks. So encourage students to select friends who help them and support them in what they're trying to do. I believe laughter is a great medicine too, to help students in coping with student life. Sleep is probably the best de-stressor, and I encourage students to get enough sleep, and really if they're tired, take a nap. Not in class, of course. Right? With alcohol, I'd encourage students to be prudent in its use. And then of course drugs, we know drugs are not a solution to problems. Avoid them or cut them down. I'd also encourage students to choose people, if they wanted to share with, be careful who you wish to share with. Share with people you trust, and only share what you want to share. And there's no pressure to share anything that you don't want to share. Then of course there's possibility of prayer, meditation, time out, retreats. even the reading of the Gospel that may help with dealing with student life. And finally, that counsellors are available, and that for a chat or anyone who wishes to come.
You definitely heard what Brother Francis said, so please be doers and not thinkers. Thank you for still watching. Now let us listen to a Vox Pop.
Today, 3 brave students will be sharing their journey in healing from the mental health issues here at Divine Word University, Medan campus. Let's hear what they have to say.
My mental health issue, I cannot diagnose it because I'm not a doctor of any kind, but it's sort of similar to ADHD and clinical depression. ADHD basically because I've always experienced, I've never been able to focus on like just one thing. I'm always all over the place and always hyperactive. And then there are times where I always, not always, but I feel very low. I had a situation when I was in year 2. There was this one time where I couldn't do anything for like literally 2 weeks. I've had those mental health issues. But yeah, it's been here for a while, probably like 5-6 years, ever since probably starting in high school. Come out, engage in social activities, or basically just going to church, reading the Bible. I had to seek advice from a counselor, so I went and I met Sister Monica. She's one of the student counselors here in Divine Word University, and when I spoke to her, I was able to come out, and then afterwards she helped me. The one advice is that don't keep things to yourself. There's always help out there.
The mental issue that affected me for approximately months was normal depression disorder. It was caused by one of my family members, which was my dad. He passed away. My friends were there encouraging me, encouraging me to continue my studies after losing someone in my family. And also I have engaged myself in some of the social institutions within the school to free myself, like sporting. Also church activity was one of the things that I engaged myself. And one of the programs that was within the school, which was peer mentoring, so that students have the social group among their peer friends, and they would experience and explain like some of the experience that they be facing and to encourage one another. That's for peer mentoring. And also group counseling. Group counseling is one of the recommendations that I recommend.
Mental health issue that I have been facing is eating disorder, and I have been experiencing that for a month, and for last year it was almost the whole year. And the cause of my mental health issue, which I have explained, is due to family issues that we have been facing within our family. I went to seek counseling from our school counselor. So that's by seeking counseling, it also helped me to cope up with my studies. When I go for counseling, I was relieved because I had someone to talk to and share my problems with her. For the students who are facing mental health issues, it is best that they must seek counseling, because within the school we have counselors, and also I would like to encourage them to participate in extracurricular activities like psycho-educational program and the other extracurricular activities. And I also would like to recommend that they must also read the Bible, because it will also help them to cope up with the mental health issues.
Thank you for your attentive listening. I'm definitely sure that you have took heed of the piece of advice from the students. Passing the virtual microphone back to Auddilliah.
Thank you, Stella. That was a very profound experience that the students shared right there. I hope you took note of the advices that they gave, and make sure to take care of your mental health, as it is the foundation of your well-being. Please do search for Serenity's blog and read more on mental health issues. With that, thank you for watching, and may you have a pleasant day.